Hi, Thea.
Hey, Robin.
Where
Henkel.
are we today?
We are in not so sunny San Diego.
Right.
At
Gator by the Bay.
Bay.
This is probably San Diego's. Oops. Wait a minute.
Fix that tie. Oh, now
Okay,
we got y'all straightened up.
We're the editors. Anyway, this is San Diego's premier festival, and it's one of the happiest events. It's a tribute to the music, culture, dance, and food.
Oh,
food.
My God.
You just ate some of that. Oh, of Louisiana. Straight
Yes.
in Louisiana.
And all sorts of good food.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it?
And families and people and parades and feeds.
Good spirited and just having fun together, and it's really a collective, just everybody feels good, you know? There's like no weird stuff, and I don't even have to bring that up, but I mean, that's a part of when you pull a lot of people together.
Weird stuff
here,
can happen.
everybody's in good shape, you know?
Yes, and
we
are
like
having
it.
a good time. So I just got to hear this guy for the first time. I was walking on by, the parade had just gone through, and he is playing on these amazing guitars.
Oh, okay.
I thought they were slide guitars,
Well,
but they're not.
I play slide on them. They could be played like a regular guitar, most of them, but they're resonator guitars. And you've seen those guitars that look like they have a hubcap on the front of them.
Yes.
Underneath that thing, it looks like a hubcap. There's a piece of metal. It's in the shape of a speaker cone. And back in the 1920s, they were trying to figure out a way to make a guitar louder. Of course, they had amplification and electricity back then, but nobody had developed the guitar pickup well enough that they could market them and put them on guitars. So John DiOpiera and another fella at a company called National started making those guitars. Eventually, they made some out of metal, they made some out of wood, but they were Resonator Pan guitars, and the main brand name then was called National. John DiOpiera got a little ticked off, enough ticked off at the corporate officer, so that he quit and started his own company, which is called Dobro. And Dobro became so popularly synonymous with that style of guitar that people would just call it a Dobro, even if it was made by a different company.
How long have you been playing and doing this?
Well, I've been playing professionally, which I define as playing for a living, since 1973. But as I explained to the audience earlier, I've been playing in bands way back before that. Like in '67, I was in a little kids band, and the parents, it was a chaperone band, parent chaperone. They would take us to the local naval hospital and Miramar Naval Air Station and all of these different places, and we would play. And we had steps, and we did all of James Brown and Temptations and stuff, and that, you know, it left its mark on me. You know, it sure did.
And so those are who inspired you, James Brown.
Well, those were terrific inspirations. James Brown was a bit, when they call him the Godfather of Funk, they're not fooling around. That's like a serious title that's very meaningful. A lot of times we pass these things off, but no, he inspired and affected so many people that copied and listened, were inspired by him. But in addition to that, when I was about 10 years old, I heard a blues player named Josh White, and he was the guy that really locked me into the blues thing, you know.
Josh White, that's a name I haven't heard.
He's not well known, but
how'd he lock you in?
Well, he was just fantastic. I don't know, that's not very descriptive, is it? But at the end of the we were in Seattle. At the end of the concert, I said to my dad, wow, I liked every song he played. And you know, when you're 10 years old and your parents want to do something, it's like, it's got to be square. I'm not doing that, you know.
10 through the teenage years,
And actually, back then, you could go backstage, and he signed the playbill, and I still have it. It's framed. It says, Robert, I wish you best always, Josh White. Josh White was a civil rights advocate, also, what we now call social justice. He had written a song during the 1940s saying, why does a black man have to be if you want to join the army and be in World War II, why do I have to clean toilets and cook food and be a mechanic? And guess who hears the song? Franklin Roosevelt hears the song and invites Josh to the White House to sing that song for it. It's called Uncle Sam Says. And it never got super popular, but amongst a small clique of people, he's very, very special.
Oh, I bet we can find that on YouTube.
Oh yeah, if you look for Josh White, he did a lot of songs. I knew a lot of his repertoire. but I do some of his songs today. There's a song
Kind of
called
homage, huh?
One Meatball, about a man. He didn't write the song, but he did a song called One Meatball, which is about a man that doesn't have very much money, and he's trying to find something to eat, and he's going to he sees these fancy restaurants, and the menu's posted in the window, and he's embarrassed because he doesn't have nice clothes or anything, and he finds the only thing he can afford for 15 cents is one meatball. So that's the title of the song, and that's the chorus line is one meatball. And I mean, it's a sad song on the surface, but it's really, a funny song.
Okay.
But I reprimand my audiences saying no smiling during the song. Okay, it's a very sad song. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, from there I got teenager rock and roll, Jimi Hendrix and Johnny Winter and all of
the
that
good stuff.
And then jazz, and I was playing bass in disco era in the late 70s, and every one of those things left a musical indentation and a part of what it means. When I play today, all of that stuff is wrapped up rhythmically or some way in what I do today. And more than ever, now that I'm a lot older, I can look back at that and go, every one of those things is a component of the way I'm performing today, and I'm thankful for all of that stuff, because back then I might have said, I'm in this band, blah, 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 and it's so easy to not appreciate where you're at a certain time in life, look back at it and go, I'm really glad I get to have that experience.
And you're still playing.
Oh yeah.
And you're just
I ain't dead
fun.
yet.
No.
And one of my friends, you probably heard the expression, you don't stop playing because you're old, you get old because you stop playing. And I
Those
think
are some sage words.
Happy Ron has a song that does that,
So tell us, what is it that you would like to say? What are your words out there to the world?
I don't know, just, there are a lot of things that seem today are dividing us, and I've noticed that we can pull people of all different spices together and hear music together.
Yes.
And that's like something that we can all get together and join in on. And it's really a special thing. And
True.
Sometimes we take that for granted, but it is really, really special, because there's so much division in our world today that a lot of us would like to see people come together, and we don't know how to do that, and just being kind to each other, compliment each other. The easiest thing we can do to each other in life is just, give each other a compliment once in a while, and
That's free.
Yeah, it doesn't have to
Smile.
be fake or anything like that. It can be real.
You want to hear this? You are amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. How can we follow you and find out what's going on?
Well, I have a website. I went to my website last night, and it wasn't updated. All the dates on there were still in April. But usually it's of course, I post my dates on Facebook.
Okay.
And I post my dates on my website. It's just that my website hasn't been updated in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I just get busy and forget.
He's been playing music, for goodness sakes.
And also, I'm on, for the last 2 years, I've been on TikTok. And TikTok has opened up a complete openness as far as people from different countries being able to connect with each other without having to go through some corporate media. And it's really amazing, the stuff and the personal friends I've made off of social media. I think the thing about that, well, anyway, I'm on TikTok every single day, 8 o'clock in the morning, California time.
Okay.
Under the handle Robin Henkel Blues. And actually, I was live streaming today's show at Gator by the Bay on the TikTok. So
you lucky TikTokers.
There are people in Netherlands and England and Canada and South Africa watching the show today.
Bringing Gator by the Bay global.
That's right. You got it.
Wonderful. Any last words about you and what's next?
Well, I don't know I have a horn band that play three-piece horn section and three-piece rhythm section, guitar, bass, drums, with trumpet and 2 saxophones. And I think our next date is coming up at Panama 66.
Panama 66.
I don't have the date memorized off
What's the name of this
my
band?
head. Oh, it's called, are you ready? The Robin Henkel Band with horns.
I knew there were horns under that hat
And,
somewhere.
I got a story about these little lavalier mics, though. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
One time we did an interview for a band, promoting a show on, I think it was Channel 10 when it was downtown, or 7, an NBC station, and they were, they move fast, and so they move fast to get you out of there when you're done with the interview. It's like, okay, guys, bye. They didn't take the lavaliers off of us. And so here we are standing at the urinal in the toilet.
Oh no!
And like we go, hey, we still got these things, and I hope they turned them off.
Oh, that would be like if flies on the wall
that could be
could
like
talk.
really bad,
Oh, that's a
Hey,
good
Thea,
story.
thank you very much. This is really a pleasure
Really,
to meet
very
you
much so.
and
Thank
be able
you.
to do this. And I love supporting and saying anything good I can about Gator by the Bay, because I don't know, I've known Peter Oliver. He came up to me when I was playing at Art Walk at least 15 years ago and said, "Who are you? I need you to play at Gator by the Bay." And he's like, Gator was only like 2 weeks after Art Walk, and he got me in, and I've been playing it every single year since then. So I am totally indebted. I watch all of the things that they go through with insurance and security and pay, it's a lot of work to put one of these things on.
And it goes
and
on
I am
and
blown
on. It's
away
huge.
that the work that you do, Peter. So I thank you very much. And so many of us may not say it, but we all appreciate it a lot.
That's a
lot.
You got that?
You get that?
Thank you so
Thank you
much. I
very much.
appreciate you a lot, and we'll be seeing you again, and catch him every day, 8 a.m. Pacific time on TikTok. It's not just for kids.
Yeah, it's not just for kids. Seriously.
Thea Daniels from R.A.W.Vlogcast, where we keep it real, authentic, and I talk with very cool people who are willing to share their passion.
All right.
Cheers, y'all.
Thank you, Thea.
And that's Buster's Bounce, friends.